What's going on, movie fans? Welcome back to the JBuck Studios channel, your home for reviews, reactions, and ridiculousness. Don't know what's going on with my hair. It's kind of acting a little weird. Hopefully it doesn't look weird, but we're not talking about my hair. We're talking about the final movie I saw in January, Blake Lively, kind of a revenge flick called The Rhythm Section. After a woman loses her family, she follows a path of self-destruction. However, finding out it wasn't an accident, she begins on a revenge trip to punish those responsible. So is this a well-crafted revenge flick? Let's find out. But before I get into my thoughts, let me know what you guys thought of The Rhythm Section, if you've already seen this film, or if you're kind of wanting to go see this film. Now let's get into some of the good. So getting right into The Rhythm Section, this story and everything is based on the novel by the same name. And, I mean, from the first couple trailers, I saw that this was probably going to follow a sort of formula. I mean, I'm sure other people have kind of compared this, but I think it was last year or maybe the year before, there was a Jennifer Gardner movie called Peppermint, and I saw very much there's similarities between these two movies. But aside from that, getting into this movie, I thought Blake Lively as the main character, Stephanie, did a pretty good job. I mean, again, this film, I wouldn't say ask too much from her, but she is very much unrecognizable. I mean, from the first trailer, I didn't even know who that was, but she does a great job of kind of portraying this character that's beaten down, gotten everything in her life taken from her, very much on drugs, can't grasp onto what essentially normal life is. So I thought what was asked of her, Blake Lively very much put that amount into the role of this movie. But aside from Blake Lively's performance in The Rhythm Section, I mean, just getting into the story in this movie, it feels like it's very, I wouldn't say convoluted. I'm sure the novel did a great job of kind of portraying this story, but the screen, what they put on the screen felt very unbalanced, if that makes sense. I mean, we are kind of focusing on a majority of the story is her going from this kind of drugged out, down on her luck kind of person into this borderline trained assassin. And I felt like that kind of follows these, I wouldn't say cliches, but, it follows these points that is going to happen. She finally comes to, wants to go on this, I guess, assassin journey. There's a montage of her training, getting the skills, and then going into the field. But I felt like that portion of the movie took a lot of the runtime, and then the final part seems very rushed. We don't get into the details, we don't get into the characters, we don't get into essentially the cells of these assassins or terrorists, and it just kind of fast forwards to the end. And the thing is, while everything's playing out, it feels like a very familiar, again, not cliched, but familiar through line that you've seen before. And I felt like a lot of the material was left out. I mean, they tried to set up this emotional angle with the family at the very beginning. It didn't hit entirely well because, again, we're not even introduced to the Blake Lively Stephanie character. And just, again, the inner workings of these terrorist cells. I wanted kind of more insight into who these people were, the connections that they had, and I felt like that was left out of the film. And obviously this is an action, thriller, espionage, assassin type movie, and there's going to be action in this film. And there is some decent action, but the way that they sort of shot everything, they framed it, the cinematography with these action or fight scenes seemed like they wanted you to be in the point of view of how everything was playing out. So it's very shaky cam, it's very difficult to see kind of how everything is playing out. It's not any of these wide shots showing a car chase or a gun shootout. Instead, it is very close up on the character, very shaky cam. So again, it wants you to be in that point of view, almost a side character with this character, but it did not play out or look the way I think that they wanted, because again, it's very in your face, you can't see what's going on, and shaky cam, unfortunately. Overall, The Rhythm Section has some well-crafted beats to this story, but unfortunately falls into that January toilet bowl, with Blake Lively turning in a decent performance. However, with an unbalanced story, shaky cam, hard to see action, and a story that may come off as cliched to some people, I would skip out on The Rhythm Section. Again, this is based on a novel. Potentially the novel is better. I have not read this, but this falls into your sort of generic female-led action assassin turn type movie. You've seen this before. In closing, I'm gonna give the rhythm section 2 out of 5 offbeats. So what did you guys think of the rhythm section? If you've already seen this film, or if you're still looking forward to seeing this film, let me know in the comments down below. Anyways though, as always, thank you so much for watching. Watch some more videos up there or right over there. I just dropped a review for Hansel, or actually Gretel and Hansel, and then also a Gretel and Hansel ending explained poorly. That's right over there. A lot of shenanigans were put into that. Definitely go check that out over there. Otherwise though, like this channel, subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video out, watch plenty more stuff from the JBuck Studios, and until next time, we'll see you later.